I thought it would be fun to take you guys along for my second day back in the studio in months. I haven't been in a studio in months because my husband and I just actually moved into this home, and so I very simply set up my studio. A couple more things to get set up, and we'll do that today and hung up on the walls. And then I came in a couple days ago just to throw some tester pieces right here. So we're gonna go ahead and try and trim those and then throw a few more today. Now my pottery experience is pretty minimal. I took a couple semesters of classes in college, but I was actually studying biology. So it was an elective for me, and I honestly just absolutely fell in love with it my senior year. And I said if I had taken those classes my freshman year, I probably would be a ceramics major. So I really, really love pottery. It's something that's very special and close to my heart. It holds just a lot of meaning and joy for me. And so yeah, I just love getting to do this, and I want to take it more seriously as a hobby, and hopefully eventually be able to sell at some markets and kind of share that with other people. So I thought it'd be really fun to bring you guys along for some vlogs in my studio of what I've been up to. So we're all gonna be learning together. I don't have very much experience or any experience firing a kiln by myself. So we're gonna learn that together when the time comes around. I've never used low fire clay, which is something that's new to me, which is different than high fire clay, which is what I used to throw with. And there's just a lot of differences, and I want to get into more decoration on the surfaces of my pots, which is something that I haven't done before. So just a lot of new changes, a lot of a learning curve, but you will probably eventually learn about me. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so I like things to all be the same, and I really don't like when I mess up, and I tend to throw out a pot. And by mess up, it just means maybe it's not perfect in my eyes. It's funny when I see pots from other people that have, you know, bumps here or a little bit of a weird handle there. I actually find them really endearing, and it really shows me that the person that made it, like their hand was on the pot, but for some reason I really don't like that about my own. So I'm really trying to get better at that, and so a way that I'm trying to kind of change that narrative is I'm going to finish every pot that I start, as long as I don't break it or do something that makes it unusable by somebody, and just learn to love the process a little bit more. So I think first I'm going to show you the studio a little bit, and then we'll get to setting up a few things, and then we'll finish up with some throwing. So yeah, I'm very excited. Behind me we have some of my shelves in my studio, and this is where I dry a lot of my pots, as well as keep some extra materials that don't fit on my pottery table over here. This is where a lot of the storage of my pieces along the process goes. And then here's my pottery table. This is a glaze cabinet where I keep all of the different glazes that I use currently. And this is my pottery table, so this is where I do all of my wedging. There's a lot of storage underneath. My husband and I built this table and covered it in some canvas, so that's what's on top. And then last but not least, we have my wheels. This is where I throw everything, and I keep some storage clay down here, as well as all the trash bags that I put over my pottery to slowly dry it. We have a couple pieces of art that need to go on the wall, as well as a couple of hooks, and my whiteboard that I used to sketch before I throw. So yeah, let's get to doing that. which I've never done before. We have one more pot. Okay, here's my last pot finished. Surrounded bottom. She definitely needs some more work once it's a little more dry. That's for sure, but it's a good start. It was a little bit of a rough second day back, but I'm gonna give myself grace because I haven't been in the studio for quite some time. So definitely a relearning curve. And this is a completely new clay, but I'm really proud of some of the ones I finished. I've never done the shape before. Obviously it's kind of like a bowl, but I'm really proud of these cups, and I hope that they are a start to some really beautiful coffee mugs in the future. So that was a big win. I do think it's probably a little small for what I was thinking, but definitely a good start in terms of form, and I will just continue to work on them until I get one I love. I'm just gonna clean up my wheel and then I will be done for the day. Thank you everybody for watching.